I mean, you could. I wish my uke was good.
Oh, I just learned a new song on it too. Fast Car. See, that's how attitude is. That was the correct note.
We going up?
It should boot up. It should be up. What is up, everybody? It is time to get started with the Money Match Gaming podcast. I am here with my co-host today. Well, first, let's just start with myself. I am the Infinite, one of the co-host team of the original podcast squad. My co-host, my better half, my man, Dan Estrata.
Bam.
Oh, yeah, we
Look
got
at that. First try this
week.
week. That's good. We're in the zone right now. All right, what's up, guys? I am Dan Estrata. I'm happy Lance introduced himself this time. A lot of times he goes straight to me, which is great. I love the introduction, but he's got to talk about himself a little bit too. So yeah, I'm Dan Estrata. This is the Money Match Gaming podcast talk show. Today we're talking about all things coming in October, but we also got a guest. You know him, you love him, from the Money Match Gaming team, Mr. Smurf. Mr. Smurf, how are you?
You and
doing
all.
Great.
Oh,
we have to translate for ukulele. He only speaks ukulele now.
Oh, hey guys. that was an F chord.
Thank you.
So, we might as well get started. Once again, like Dan said, we are here to talk what comes in October. We're going to start with upcoming games. As you can see, we've updated. There we go. We've updated this little list right here. You can thank Alvin for that. I enjoy it. It looks very nice. It looks very good. It'll be positioned probably a little bit better next time. It's the first time using it, so that's how it is. But we'll go ahead and get started. Dan, if you could take us away, I'll start the timer and we'll make it happen.
All right. Absolutely. Let's talk about it. There's a lot of games coming out this month, like a lot, and a lot of pretty good ones. And it already started today. Like today, we got a couple things just right out of the way. Forza Horizon 4 came out for the Xbox and PC today, as well as Mega Man 11.
Why was I not informed that it was today?
It came out today. I've been playing Forza Horizon before we started recording, and it's oh my god, it's beautiful. And Mega Man 11, I'm sure, is also very good. Lance, I know you're pretty pumped about Mega Man. My buddy, Kitty, was playing Mega Man earlier, and he was getting fairly frustrated.
Yeah, my friend played it on hard, and he said that it's legitimately hard. He's like, I'm at the last boss because he's an extreme fan, and I'm excited for it. I'm just not sure if I want to rush off and buy it. Recently, I actually did get a Switch.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's a good Switch game.
Maybe Saturday I got it, and my wife likes Overcooked. My friend came over. Showed us Overcooked. Cool. Overcooked's a good game.
Overcooked is game of the month for Xbox.
It's fun.
I have yet to play it, but I installed it. I'm excited to try it out.
Yeah, so I had to get those games out of the way. That she was like, "All right, I bought you a Switch for your birthday. I'm about to be 30 here soon, you guys. I know,
happy almost birthday.
Crazy, but it's about to happen, and so it's just I had to buy all those games, and I think there's still a few other games that I need to acquire. Which one's coming up? Which is Super Mario Party. I'm stoked. They went back to the original slot. You can see my smile. It feels good. It feels great. I'm excited for a game.
Excited for that game, but I don't know. I mean, I could convince friends to come over and play that game, maybe. But I really wish you could just play the Mario Party game online with 3 friends. I think that would be Like that would change the game from like a to like a must buy. Like if you could party up with like us three right here and then someone else and do a Mario Party game, just like all from our own humble abodes, that's great. That would be perfect. But
I still haven't
how they're doing for online. So.
Yeah, I still haven't found any proof. I was really upset when you told me.
Oh no, I looked it up today. So apparently it's like a rotation of like 5 mini games a week or so that'll be like online type things, and then there's leaderboards and whatnot.
We have to go into that. We have to go into that. Like, explain why that makes any sense. Who plays your game in just the mini game form? Like, the reason we were so damn upset that the last one wasn't what we wanted was because you gave us something entirely different. It was a different game mode, and I get that. Lots of games have different game modes. That doesn't give you the right to change the fundamentals of what a game actually is and say, hey, look, we just wrote number 2 or number 5 at the end of it, and this is the best we got. Like, no, F that. F that. You're a multi-billion-dollar company. You make tons and tons of money, even if you aren't a billion-dollar company. Like, you make tons of money. There is no excuse that you can't provide something that meets our status quo. You do it with Mario almost every damn time. Like, every time you release a Mario game, nobody's upset. You guys keep giving us the same formula, and we like it.
That's the thing, though. Like, people are loving on this Super Mario Party so far. Like, everything I've read about it is shining and great. But that's cool and that's awesome, and I'm sure it's a great game to like play with your friends on a couch together, all at the party, having a couple drinks, playing a little Mario Party, whatever. But I would also like to play it online, and I don't think we're gonna get that because Nintendo they'll never understand online. Doesn't matter how far they come, they take like 10 steps backwards. So
dude, that's so upsetting, man. It ruins the mood. Like I just told everybody, I'm about to be 30. I'm about to reach that pinnacle, and you know, I have a family. You know, like I take care of people. I help put clothes on people's backs and stuff. Me and my family, we're a unit. I don't get to go to Seattle whenever I feel like to hang out with Alvin. I don't get to drive to New York to hang out with Dan. I don't get to hang out with my friends from Toledo. Like, we have so many other things that are going on, and it requires me to do way more than I should have to kind of have that, like, I can't have that experience. And you're taking it away, the one way I could have the experience in a healthy way, like, you're taking that away from me because, well, there's no reason. Like, I can't think of a logical reason why that makes sense. And, like, it just, please patch it, Nintendo. I know you're not going to hear this because we're not the biggest podcast yet, but patch that.
Might. Reggie listens to everything, dude. Reggie's on the watch.
Dude, patch that. There's no excuse. There's no excuse that I can't play with my friends. Like, I thought you guys were about family and bringing people together.
Yeah,
and the love and experience
bringing
of friends.
them together in the same room. That's it.
But like you're not bringing us together. You're making me not want to buy the game because I can't experience it with the people that matter most to me. Because some people live in other places. Like, I could get my mom to play that game. My mom lives in Georgia. I can't see my mom all the time. You know, it's like, that's like somebody complaining that we have like social media to see pictures and phones and so on and so to call our loved ones, and we don't have to mail anymore. Like, that's the kind of change that, like, it kind of just makes it better, and it does connect us more. It's not this whole, it's better this way or that way. It's more of, hey, no, I can just connect and let us connect the way we want to connect, the way we can connect, not the way you want it to happen. It's just crazy. My rant's done, by the way.
Hey, listen. You gotta spit that hot fire on Nintendo sometime. Someone's gotta do it, you know?
It's just ridiculous, man.
They deserve to know. They deserve to know. Maybe people aren't telling them enough.
Yeah, but anyway, going back a little bit, Forza Horizon did come out today, and I've been playing that. And that game is weird. It's a lot of fun. It's still beautiful. Great racing game. But like, there's a bigger influence of the character, like the person you play as to drive the car. Like, you see him a lot, and that is weird. There's emotes in the game.
Excuse me if I disappear for a slight moment. I'm gonna start downloading Forza on the Xbox. So.
Yeah, no problem. It's good, but there's emotes and shit. It's very strange. Now, like they had the slot wheels last year where you could get like cars and stuff from that. Now, and additionally, you can get clothing items for that. So my character is wearing a dress, or rather not a dress, like a short skirt and some leopard print flats, because those were the items I got from it, and I didn't want to just dress in the regular clothes. So I was like, a guy's gonna wear a skirt now. He's a skirt guy. So it's a weird game. But it's fun so far. I mean, it's beautiful. It's puts a big emphasis on the seasons, which is just makes the game look really incredible. But yeah, great experience so far. Let's talk. We don't have to talk about it, but I'm just going to list a few other games coming out. October 5th, we have, in addition to Super Mario Party, we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That comes out on Friday. Next week, October 9th, we have Disgaea 1 Complete for the PS4 and Switch, which is like a remaster of the first Disgaea. I'm not really too familiar with that series. And WWE 2K19, which is this year's version of the WWE video game series. Pretty much cookie cutter, same thing every year. October 12th, that's next Friday, we have Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which has the new Battle Royale mode that people are like, it's going to be a Fortnite killer, but they, everything gets a title of I'm going to be a this killer before it comes out, and then it comes out and people forget about it in a little bit. So we'll see what happens there. As well as The World Ends With You Final Mix on the Switch. Are you guys familiar with The World Ends With You? Have you guys ever played the DS game?
Actually, I've never played it.
It is very good.
What is
I
it?
strongly recommend it. It's definitely my favorite game on the DS. It's a Square Enix game. I'm pretty sure the art was done by the same guy who does the Kingdom Hearts art. It is essentially a game within a game. Like, you play as this character, and they wake up in a game, and they have a week to complete these challenges. And if they do, they survive. If not, they die. Then there's like all these different characters. It's been a while since I played it, but the music is incredible. Very good music, very fun game. I'm interested to see how it plays on the Switch, because on the DS there was a huge emphasis on the touchpad, where like the combat was mainly done, like there was two combat, like you had two screens. So the top screen you did with the buttons, and then the bottom screen you controlled with like the touchpad, like using pencil controls. And that was kind of interesting. So I'm definitely curious to see how it plays on the Switch, but I definitely recommend it if it is as good as the DS version, which was very, very good. Going over to other games coming out, we have October 16th, Lego DC Supervillain, Starlink, and Warriors Orochi. October 18th, we have Siberia 3. I've never heard of that video game series, but apparently this is the third entry in it. October 19th, you got the Dark Souls remastered for the Switch, as well as a game that me and Lance have talked about a couple times, Soul Calibur 6.
I'm pretty excited.
Did you play the little multiplayer beta this past weekend?
No, I did not. I was streaming and doing some other things for Le Business and such, and playing Valkyrie Chronicles 4.
Yeah, I saw you were playing a bunch of that.
Because that did come out. Yeah, I love it. There were some updates to the battle system that I kind of wanted to see. Like, the game kind of encourages you to do some really kind of cheesy things, like to get good grades on each match and stuff. It's more about like how fast you complete the missions, which requires you to use AP on action points, which makes you move through the map, makes you use those characters over and over and over. And so there's like a large roster of the characters that don't get used. And like, I kind of wish they would have changed that CP system to like more of like, okay, you put everybody on the map and then everybody has to move once, or everybody can move once. And then like you might have some extra action points that you can use to make people do extra stuff. But I just feel like the game makes you play it kind of in an awkward way. And, there were some things that they added to the game that like did expanded a little bit, that made it less okay, you can just use a scout to pretty much do anything that you want to in the game. Like, there's some things that change that, but for the most part, like, it's still a good game. I'm not mad. I'm just I ranted a little bit. You
hey,
got
man,
me there.
Gotta get your rant on sometime.
I gush about certain things, and that's the game that I gush about. But I'm excited for Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah.
I've watched a fair amount of gameplay of it, and it looks like Soul Calibur, and they're kind of, I feel like companies are getting back to basically meeting the needs of their communities and stuff, and they've added a lot of characters that would make, I think, any reasonable person who likes the series happy. And it looks like a clean combat system.
What do you think about if they would add? No, hear me out. What if they add jump packs?
If they had added what?
Yes, jump packs, like little jets on people's backs, like they would propel them forward. Yes.
I mean, I don't think it would have to be
high jump mode.
I mean, you just maybe everybody has it to begin with. Maybe you have to earn it, / you can pay for it, but everybody gets a jump pack.
I mean, it doesn't add a whole lot.
I do.
It doesn't add a whole lot, but I mean, there's cool things. Like, I don't know every mechanic.
It's like a DBZ fight, They're just floating in the sky with the jump packs.
I'm thinking more ODST. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like Soul Calibur too, though. It's just right.
I do. Ivy is Bae. Ivy is Bae. She cannot be stopped.
She does look good in the game.
Voldo, I get weird with it.
I get weird with it.
Voldo Mitsurugi team.
Oh, I was a sick freak nightmare, dude.
Yoshimitsu.
It's always so good. Yoshimitsu's good though. But yeah,
I like Yoshimitsu too. I feel like he's just like if you want to spam the controller, just smack it a few times and come out with a good combo.
Cool. Actually, that's Maxi though, for real.
My buddy was saying that
Maxi too. Maxi can
be added. I think his name was Grow. I've heard he's pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't play the beta at all. I'm going all off on my friend's opinion who played it. I don't like playing fighting games and ranked matches online because they get me fired up. So I prefer to play like the story and stuff like that.
I remember when we fought
like
in DBZ.
Against friends.
We fought in DBZ. Dan got hyped.
They get me bad fired up. Like they get me angry.
I remember Dan playing Capcom.
I didn't play a lot of Capcom. Do you ever turn Capcom the week I got it in Marvel Combat?
You were down there. You were down there in the room.
Matt, you don't remember Conklin getting so mad at me because I returned it the same week, and he's like, "Why would you return it?"
I remember it was going. I
was like, "Yeah."
I'm not saying it was a long time. I just remember that day Dan was down there.
I was playing a lot of Mortal Kombat though. I did play a bunch of Mortal Kombat. I like that Mortal Kombat a lot.
That was a nice Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, other games. We got 3 more games coming out this month. October 23rd, we have Just Dance 2019, which is comes out on the Wii, like the original Wii. Still comes out on that, so that's interesting.
I like how he added emphasis. Like, they're still doing it. Yeah, the Wii that exists.
Not on the Wii U, on the Wii. Like, 2
really?
consoles, the Wii.
That's why you said that.
Yeah, because it's weird. It's very strange.
It's a little weird, but there's probably
still come out on the Wii.
There's probably people who still have a Wii who use the game.
Sure, so and that's probably like the only game they buy a year because that's the only option they have.
That and the little family games that come out. They're like, "Ooh, there's a new batch," and that's all they say.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I think that's fair.
Whatever. Hey, it caught me by surprise. And on October 26th, we have My Hero One's Justice, which is a My Hero Academia fighting game type thing. Looks kind of like the Naruto fighting games. And Red Dead Redemption 2, which everybody's real hype for. I don't know if you guys share any hype for that. I'm not a Rockstar Games fan, so zero.
It's not multiplayer.
It is. I think there's an online.
Not versus.
Oh no, not versus. No, not versus.
Yeah, and that's butt.
Oh, okay.
And that's
what's so hard about being like shit? Okay, like obviously after campaign mode, people are gonna put this game down pretty quickly, like they did the first Red Dead. Maybe we could offer them some type of saloon shootout situation or some shit. or just something in a small fucking contained town.
I mean, maybe. Does anyone really know about the online for the game yet? Like what it's going to be?
I mean, last time because I wrote like an article about it like last year, and I don't think it existed for it. Maybe they were like released some information and were like, yeah, that's in there, but I don't think it is. And I think that would be super. What do you have to make?
I think that would be cool, like a little cowboy shooter.
You need to make 12 buildings and some desert around it, and they're like, nah, we can't. Ooh, is that like a little wardrobe thing that I have?
What was that?
I don't know. It clearly messed up, so I just went back. You spent a fair amount of time talking, so I was like, oh, we got to go to your room, and then it was just wrecked. So I was like, all right, let's just avoid that.
But yeah, I don't think it's in there, but I think it would be really easy to do, and it's a shame because, I don't know. Like, I don't really want it because of that. Like, maybe now I could sell it for some Steam since there's a marketplace to do that.
There you go.
Sell it for some crypto afterwards, but I don't know. It's just, and that's just me though, because I'm like not really a solo player only guy.
I like solo player only.
$60 for solo player only.
I just never liked I never liked Grand Theft Auto, and this is just like Grand Theft Auto with cowboys.
Love GTA.
So just never had any real interest.
But less online.
What?
I'm like Grand Theft Auto with cowboys, but less online than GTA 5. I think like the most they're gonna have is like a co-op mode. It's like not like all sorts of random ass cowboys running around.
You can't buy new horses instead of cars. Like just.
Then like you can't go and shoot up some other cowboys and like and like
some other cowboys.
Start a horse race, 30 horses. How dope would that shit be though? If you could,
use a horse to climb to the top of a.
It'd be hella dope. You'd be like having fucking horse races around this place and shit, and shooting people off their fucking horse. It'd be like, dude, yes.
Dude, yes.
Get Alvin in the room, Red Dead. Get him in the room.
Some road rage type of situations.
Yeah.
It's not like nobody didn't like those kinds of games where you're like on that motorcycle or horse and you got that chain and you're smacking people as you're racing. Those kind of games people do enjoy.
Yeah, they have a game like that out on the Steam marketplace currently, but it's like I guess it was just like a little too repetitive in like the sense of how they made the game. It's not from like the people that made Road Rage, but it's similar to it. You own bikes and stuff like that. But there was just some things about it people said are like a little too repetitive.
Well, there was a game that came out recently called Road Rage. I don't know if it was
the same Road Rage.
Company. Yeah.
Who knows? I was just
but mixing that with Red Dead, like with another type of game, like where it's not the only thing, would be the perfect solution. But,
I can see it.
Que sera?
That's all for the games coming out this month, but there's a lot of big ones there.
We going to movies then, yeah?
Yeah. I guess we'll go into movies that come out this month, and we'll start with this Friday. Star is Born comes out, which is that Lady Gaga Bradley Cooper movie, and Venom, which is getting, so far I was reading online, mixed reviews.
Really?
Oh no! Don't say
sucks.
that.
Yeah, that sucks. Because
did you guys expect it to get like rave good or rave bad? I expected it to be rave bad. So mixed is higher than I expected.
I was hoping not bad. I was really hoping.
I was hoping it would be good, but it didn't look like it was going to be good or needed.
It started to look better. It looked better than the first trailer they gave us. First trailer they gave us was like, don't do this to me. Don't give me a whole fucking movie where I'm like, kind of like if they gave me a Venom movie that was like the Daredevil TV series, like where it's like, he's not going to get the costume until the very end. Don't say anything about it. Like,
that wouldn't work for Venom.
But not for the Venom movie.
It works for Daredevil because Daredevil has the powers. He's just like,
Yeah, but they do superhero movies like that all the time. And I'm like, I don't need that for the Venom movie.
I don't need it.
I've heard it's like I said, I've heard mixed things. I've heard that it's enjoyable. I've heard it's fun. I've heard it's a bad movie that doesn't need to exist. So both ends of the spectrum. I'm still probably gonna see it because movie pass thing. So
I'm gonna see it. There's no reason not to.
Well, I don't have Movie Pass. I have the AMC one, but I still call it Movie Pass because
you still have it.
What?
I was just like, wow, somebody.
No. Movie Pass kept trying to F me in the A, and I was not having any of it.
I mean, nobody stuck around. They got rid of too many movies and too many like weird restrictions.
They just started doing weird stuff, and they're like, "We're gonna charge you the same amount," and I was like, "That doesn't."
Everybody's like, "No," and now they're just like,
and they're like, "Yeah, you're right. We're gonna actually charge you more. Anytime you go see a movie and it's not the right time, we're gonna make you pay $5 extra."
Yeah, I would just like to make a Movie Pass meme now that just says "payment failed."
I jumped out of the Movie Pass shit.
Stop emailing me. You said you stopped last week.
Or A-list.
Payment's not coming.
But
I mean, so my thoughts are like in general, like I think these kinds of movies are really hard to do. Like I don't know, every movie that I can think of that had Venom in it that was like live action wasn't the greatest. And like
I mean, Venom looked decent enough in the trailer. I mean,
I'm not afraid of how he looks. It's just
a Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man is kind of dumb.
Venom and Carnage are definitely standalone kinds of things, I feel like. I think you can get enough fandom around it to kind of create a compelling story. The reason I feel like it falls apart is they just make really shitty stories about it. You know, it's just not exciting.
But I don't want to watch a Doctor Doom movie. I mean, I don't want to watch a Fantastic
Four. I do want to watch
everybody. There's lots of people who want to see Doctor Doom.
I so want to watch a Doctor Doom.
I would watch a Fantastic Four movie if it was good with Doctor Doom.
God, after they've done since they started the Infinity War sequence, it'd be that much better to do a Doctor Doom movie because technically he's supposed to get like one of the Infinity Stones or some shit like that, and like
I mean, now he may because the Marvel
get the gauntlet somehow and create his own world. Like, how is that not perfect?
He could be the next phase for the whatever goes on in the MCU. The MCU's got a big opening now with the taking over of Fox. They could do a lot of stuff in Section 2 or whatever they want to call it. They already used the word phase, so I'm not sure what the MCU 2 Electric Boogaloo.
So like, but yeah, they just make really bad stories, and I think that's why they fall flat. Not because people don't want to see Venom or Carnage or any of the.
I mean, I do want to see those characters, but I would also like to see their main rival as a big part of the story.
Or secondary rival or third. It's just like with the Batman, let's just go back to Batman beginning. It was like, and like, I mean, that was okay, but like of all the Batman villains, like it was like, oh, okay, here's we're gonna start it off, and you're like, are they gonna give us the Joker? Are they gonna give us the Penguin? Oh, somebody dope, Mr. Freezer. No, they're going with the Scarecrow, which was like one of the first. Like, come on.
It's not the first one you want, but Scarecrow's pretty dope though. I do like Scarecrow.
Spider-Man movies, like it's like I feel like they're worse with Spider-Man movies.
Speaking of Spider-Man,
they never give you the villain that you want. You like give me a good put Kingpin in a motherfucking movie.
Speaking of Spider-Man, did you see the trailer for Into the Spider-Verse today?
I did not.
Guess who's the fucking villain?
Kingpin.
The Kingpin. It looks awesome, man.
Can they do it right and just connect?
Dude, I would recommend checking out the trailer they released today. It looks great. I'm very, very excited for that movie. Kingpin is one of the villains. It also seems like
wait, is this the one with Miles Morales though?
What?
Is this Miles Morales or is this like?
So it's Miles Morales is the main character, but Peter Parker is also in it. Gwen Stacy as Spider-Gwen is in it.
I'm just like, why can't they have Peter Parker in the fucking? They were like, we gotta go Miles first.
Peter Parker as Spider-Man is in it. The anime Spider-Girl, I forget what her name, something Parker. And she.
See, that's all cool, but like, it slightly pisses me off the fact that they were like, we have to make a multiverse. It's got to be a multiverse movie.
Spider-Man in there.
Possibly bring in one of the main bad guys in the whole series. Which, if you're doing the story correctly, is really hard to fucking avoid with all the goblins that you've already had in the fucking movie. But whatever.
Dude, it looks great. I think it looks awesome.
I mean, he is making a decent point. I actually do agree with him when it comes to that. Like,
there's just so many people like that.
Yeah, we're gonna create the movie, but not the one you envision. We're gonna add a bunch of extra stuff that you didn't want because
this
that's
Jamie
how we
Foxx
operate.
glow in the dark dude as the bad guy. It's like
no, it's
not. Like no, come on. What episode was this? This was like episode what? Like it didn't even have a full arc.
I agree with that. That's my problem with the Spider-Man movies where they put too many villains sometimes and it gets watered down. This one has a whole lot of heroes, and I'm sure that might feel watered down, except the really only one that matters is that the dynamic between Miles Morales, who's learning how to be Spider-Man, and Peter Parker, who is the grizzled old vet Spider-Man.
Fun.
Also, if you watch the trailer, in the background, you can see the spider suit from the Spider-Man game, which I think is a little cool tie-in.
That's pretty nice.
But going up to other movies being released this month, we have October 12th, we have First Man, which is another movie about the first person to be on the moon. Goosebumps Haunted Halloween, which is, I guess, a follow-up to the last Goosebumps movie. I'm not entirely sure. And Bad Times at El Royale, which looks like an interesting movie. Have you guys heard or seen anything about this one?
I feel like I can't put it to something, but I feel like maybe I saw the trailer or something like that at the movies.
Bunch of people are in it. John Hamm, Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, that's why I'm putting it.
Let me look at it.
It's got like it looks really neon colored and stuff like that in
the poster does, but the movie itself isn't.
I thought the movie had like some neon looking scenes at night and stuff.
Oh, this doesn't
like with the old man
super
in the car,
appealing to me.
And like the girl's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get out the fucking car." Something happened. I don't know what happened.
Well, I mean, they have like a neon sign at the hotel.
Yes, Dan.
Yeah, but like it's not like a vaporwave.
It's like it's a 30-second. It's 30 seconds, and there's enough neon. There's neon in at least 2 scenes.
I mean, sure. It's a hotel that's in 2 different states. It's like on the border of 2 different states, and you can choose like which one you stay at, and everybody has their own story. I don't know. Seems interesting. I saw the trailer. I'm gonna definitely see that movie when it comes out. Looks like a fun time.
That sounds good. I'm happy you know the backstory.
Yeah.
I'm fairly indifferent to that.
I mean, I didn't really have an opinion until I saw like a trailer before the last thing I saw, The Predator, and I was like, oh, that looks dope.
Yeah.
October 19th, we have a new Halloween movie. I wish I could tell you why, though. I don't think that we need a new Halloween movie.
Oh god! You know,
Giddy.
Something on par with that, which is just like I was just looking at like Halloween movies with my girlfriend, and we're like, "Oh, what movie should we watch?" And I was like, "Oh, there was a Halloween movie that came out last year." She's like, "This year or last year?" I was like, "No, last year." I'm like, "I'm sure they won't have one come out this year because they just had one come out." Like they can't. Like, there's no way they can have.
There was a Halloween movie that came out last year.
I'm pretty sure it was last year. It's like
I don't
Halloween.
remember there be a Halloween movie in a while.
I think they have quite a few now.
I know
So
Jamie Lee
Halloween-
Curtis is back in this movie.
Yeah, I did see that, and that's cool because she was in the first one that I saw.
She's in like the first 4.
Yeah,
There's like 30 of them. She's
like the
she's
original
actually
sister
most of
of
them.
Michael Myers or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like
I thought
it's
he
one
was
of those,
dead. I thought he died. I thought they killed him, but
That's
I
what
guess
you always. That's of course, Dan. That's how they get.
that's the whole gimmick of the movie.
That's how
Huh?
they get you, and that's how they get everybody in the movie.
Yeah, like their hand
That's
comes
how
up
it
at the very end.
They get
Claw.
you and everyone else. That's how it works.
Yeah, that's a fair
But
point.
yeah, I was counting like in like I think Halloween and like Nightmare on Elm Street and like the one that I think is beating them both in the number of movies is whatchamacallit? Saw.
There's a fuck ton of saws. There's
Which
what,
has
7?
fucking
7 saws?
8.
8.
That's a lot.
There are 8 Saw movies.
Oh, because they rebooted it last year. Or
Those are all A-budget fucking Saw movies.
Saw. All right, here's
What
the
the
thing. All right,
fuck?
so here's the thing about the Saw movies, right? Like the first movie was genuinely pretty good. It had an interesting story, a pretty cool twist, and it didn't get up all into the torture porn aspect of the Saw series yet. Then the rest of the movies were definitely way more torture porn than they were interesting. And they were like, but we're going to have a convoluted plot and keep you on your toes the whole time. But it wasn't a good plot. It was just a confusing plot that somehow this old dude planned like years in advance. Like, zero chance. I'm out of it. So I watched the first 3 or 4 Saw movies with my roommates. I don't know if they watched the rest of them, but I could not do it. I couldn't really stand the movies after the first one. But the first one was very good.
I got 4 in. I think I got 4 in. 3, it might have been 3. And that's the sad thing.
One, all right.
3 or 4 in, and then I missed 3.
Was 3 the one in the
I
school?
want to catch up with the last.
Was 3 the one in the school, or was 4 the one in the school?
See, I don't remember any in the school, so maybe you're at 4 and I'm at 3.
No. I saw both 4 and 3.
So it's probably 4 because I don't think that maybe I've only seen 3 and you've seen 4. Because the last one that I seen was like one that involved like this like glass box situation and like some guy taking over for John and all that shit.
I don't remember, man.
Yeah, see? Yeah, you saw 4. I saw 3. I'm missing 5 right now.
The second one was the one where the girl fell into the pit of heroin needles.
Yeah, she fell into all the needles. She wasn't the smartest. It's like, yeah.
That shit was gross.
The one girl wasn't the smartest when she had the hand in the box, and it's like you can let your hand out or you can trap yourself by putting your other hand in there.
Yeah.
She was like,
I choose.
My other hand. Let's do it.
I choose.
The one in the school, I just remember there being a scene with like a lot of like school desks and chairs. I don't remember anything else from that movie.
Yeah, I gotta check out.
But yeah, okay. Anyway, Halloween movies. I mean, if we're talking any Halloween movies, let's talk Halloween Town. But they don't come out with new ones of those anymore. Those were good. But that's it for movies coming out this month. There are some animes starting up this month, though, which are interesting. We got on October 7th, which is this weekend, we have Sword Art Online Season 3, The Alicization, it's called, which is supposedly a very long new Sword Art story arc thing, which is longer than both the first and second season combined, which is interesting. Good.
Watch it.
I fell off of Sword Art after, like, I watched the whole first season, but I only liked the first 10 episodes, so I don't. This doesn't mean a whole lot to me, but I know a lot of people who are big fans of Sword Art, and they're excited for it, so awesome. Are any of you guys Sword Art?
I kind of watch it, but then I kind of don't. It's kind of one of those situations where it's like, it's the concept was great. Like, it really got me excited, and it started this long chain of like places or anime that do the same thing. But I'll probably dabble in it. That's as far as I can go. I'll probably dabble. Also,
on Sunday we have the final series of Fairy Tail starts up.
Woo! I am so far. How many episodes are in Fairy Tail?
I don't know, but I'm excited for it to end so I can watch them all.
Right, I'm like,
now that it's one of those long ones.
Yeah, now that it's ending, maybe I will like finish it. I'm somewhere around episode.
Because I really enjoy Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail is very enjoyable, but I was just like, how many more episodes do I gotta watch? Yeah, no, I already do this with One Piece, and now I'm not even doing it with One Piece. So, if anything, I gotta go to One Piece first.
I think that'll probably make it a stronger series now that it's ending, though, because people
for sure.
can like watching stuff like that, and you can like, oh, there is an ending to it. And it's like also an anime where like you can jump in 50, 100 episodes in and then get a feel of it. You know,
I agree.
Like, you know, you miss some shit, but it's not like you're like totally fucking lost, have no idea.
It's always bothered me that Netflix has only had the first season up forever. Because I love it. Like, that's one of the things I like watching on.
It's like how they used to feed us Dragon Ball Z, man. They don't care.
Yeah. Like, they really don't.
Saiyan Saga. Watch it 8 times.
Yeah.
And like
there was episodes after this. No.
Now you get Frieza 12 times. No, stop.
Please, Netflix. I want to watch the other ones. No.
I'm a teenager now. Just give me
the next We only uploaded the 3rd season of We Bare Bears. You have to buy Hulu for the rest.
Oh, God. After we increase our Sailor Moon numbers, we will give you the next. No.
Who's your favorite Sailor Moon?
Sailor Moon. I hope they come out with a Sailor Moon movie. That would be hella dope, actually, though.
Tuxedo Mask. I don't know anything about Sailor Moon.
You don't have a favorite
Sailor? He likes
Tuxedo
Mask. Let him like Tuxedo Mask.
I'm just asking.
The only character I know by name is Tuxedo Mask, and I guess Sailor Moon.
All right, Alvin, you got one. No, you're not gonna tell me.
Was it Sailor Mercury?
Mercury was the orange one.
No, that's not.
Or no, she was blue. She was blue. Choose blue.
Yeah, I like Mercury and then Jupiter. Because
Okay.
Jupiter would just be kicking people's ass for like no reason.
I like Jupiter
Like, no
and
problem.
Mars. I like Jupiter and Mars. So
I should have been able to guess that they were named after planets. That should have been a guess that I could have.
Oh, you've never seen the Sailor Moon?
I've seen Sailor Moon episodes, but not like religiously. I've never watched, and this was like probably like 15 years ago that I.
See, now let me not tell you, if you are at all like into romantic comedies, like if those type of movies and stuff like that can get, don't watch Sailor Moon unless you want to be stuck watching the whole. It's good. It's actually really good.
All
Sailor
right,
Moon is like one of the better animes created. That has like it's like it's not like super gory and shit, but they keep an interesting story along, and but it's very teen love angst.
That's fine. Maybe I'll check it out at some point.
I think it has a couple. I guess the only word I can think of is like tropes, to where it's kind of like a little too cheesy for me. It didn't feel romantic at all when I was growing up. Like I feel like it's kind of like a Bowsette type of situation with Sailor Moon. Growing up, that was like my first introduction to how people treat those kinds of things. And like that's kind of where I felt like people got weird kinds of intimacy, and I can see you squinting a little bit. What I mean is,
yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what's
I can see your eyes, and so like how somebody took something so innocent and then turned it into this like kind of
it was never innocent. They knew what they were doing.
So like
they knew they were like
Nintendo knew the Pandora's box they were opening when they started this.
So I feel like.
They were like, oh, we're not going to have online services that actually work, but we'll make this weird character hat thing that'll make everybody draw lewds on the internet.
Lewds.
But that's basically where I'm going. That was my introduction to Sailor Moon.
Lewds?
Some of my friends coming up and be like, yo,
on
on a piece of paper, like here you go.
I drew this Sailor Moon with no shirt on.
Correct.
Check out the show.
I printed it out on my printer on the low. It took 5 minutes, so I waited till my mom went to sleep type stuff.
Oh, boy, used up all the ink back in the day.
Yeah.
Somebody drew that with too many colors.
That's $100 print. That's $100 fucking picture right there.
In all color. That's my kind of like, okay, you guys are taking this, you're going that far? You're going that far? You're going to do that? Is that what we do now? But like clearly the internet's already told us, yes, that's what we do.
That's what we do.
We
that is
pervert
exactly
everything.
We do it that much quicker
everything.
now.
Yeah, it's
Now the
and it goes more
turnaround is
widespread.
insane.
Well, guess what? It's Inktober, baby.
All it takes is like someone to think about it, and there's already some weird artist who's like, "Oh, I already drew it up. I got it right here."
It's been done. All right. I put the hashtag and everything in Twitter. Trust me. Click it. I dare you. And then you kind of like get opened up. But that was my introduction and what I remember Sailor Moon doing. And that's why like the series itself was just perverted to me, to where I was like, this is clearly what a large portion of people watch the show for. And I was like, I can't conscribe.
As far as like anime boobs go, I don't even remember Sailor Moon having like big anime boobs.
No, they don't have like big anime boobs, really.
It depends.
Well, definitely not big anime boobs, because big anime boobs are just big boobs.
I'm thinking big anime boobs like Nico Robin fucking piece.
Sailor Moon has an audience
size of your head.
Their audience base is like mostly it's for the female audience base, really.
Gotcha.
Which is why it's like still so big, and like there's like shops opening. I think they just opened up their, like, I guess it was like a big thing to have pop-up shops of Sailor Moon in Japan for a while.
Oh, nice. So it's still big, is what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. But
that
within
doesn't surprise me.
It was big enough for them to open up like a full-on, like just like a full-time shop in this mall. just Sailor Moon here. So it's just like
come get your merch, right?
Yeah, Sailor Moon's like that big for them.
Hey, good for them.
It's one of those.
Yeah, live your life.
So other animes coming out this month. October 9th, we have Tokyo Ghoul Rishaihushu. I don't know what any of that means. I've heard of Tokyo Ghoul. Was not interested in it, but I know. Did you like it, Alvin? No?
I do. I like Tokyo Ghoul. It picks up, the first season picks up kind of slow, but by the end of it, it's really exciting. Like last 3 episodes, like where all the excitement really starts to come in and like really makes sense. They took their time piecing it all together. but it was done very well. The second season is just like all action from then on out, very smart, like well thought out action. And then the third season, which is the RE one that just came out, is after a time skip. So they did a time skip, and like the main character from the other seasons pretty much lost his memory, and is on the other side of things now. And like part of him, like is starting to realize that he's on the other side of things, and doesn't want to go back because he was always a troubled character. It's not like he had the perfect life or anything like that. And he's like, I have friends now, and it's like, I mean, you have friends before, but like life has never been great. And so there's like a nice little internal battle going on there, and that just wrapped up and stuff. So I'm interested. I have to finish RE. I forget what took my attention that season, but yeah, I'm interested to see where they go with that, and like, when they get out of the time scale.
Nice. The other thing starting up this month, we got October 13th, Senran Kagura Season 2. I don't know anything about Senran Kagura, but my one friend seems to really like the games, although they're basically just like anime titty games.
Really?
Yeah.
He seems to really like the game. It's all anime titties, bruh.
Hey,
that is the game.
Listen, some people like anime titties.
Some people do.
It's true.
People do.
It's true.
You like what you like, and sometimes you like some big old anime titties in your face. So
whatever floats your boat, brother.
Yeah. So that's all the animes that I found coming out this month. I don't know if you guys are familiar with any other ones that are starting up this month.
I will have to make a full-on list after this week, really. I believe, in good, I think Black Clover is going to be continuing through this season. Yeehaw!
Well, yeah, continue. I was talking about I guess starting up.
And I think, well, I don't even know. I don't think it will continue through this season, but at least there's a new episode today of Overlord. Woo!
Yeah.
There you go.
Woo! But it'd be really nice if they can continue through the season. I don't think they will, but
yeah, I don't think they will either. I thought the last one was the last one, to be honest. I don't know if you watched all the way to the end.
Exactly.
And I was kind of like, and then they were like, "Yep," and then like, "Yeah, this is good till next season," and I was like, "All right."
Pretty much. That's what I thought, right? But no.
They were like, "Nah, brothers, we left you on that cliffhanger. We're not gonna leave you hanging, sir."
They did that before, though. They did that with the first season. It like kept going. And so I'm like, hopefully that'd be really cool. Because I think
maybe it was like a mid-season finale type thing.
And then there's like a few other like actual new anime that I've seen, like when I've read the little bios of them, which again I have to get back to you guys on that. Maybe in a future podcast of like, these are the ones to watch.
Gotcha. Well, in addition to that, we also had a bunch of TV shows that start up this month. October 5th, we have Big Mouth Season 2, Fresh Off the Boat Season 5, and The Man in High Castle Season 3. I have not watched Fresh Off the Boat or Man in High Castle, but Big Mouth is a very good animated show on Netflix. Main voices by John Mulaney and Nick Kroll. Very funny people. It's all about teenagers kind of discovering puberty. Very funny show. I have nothing but good things to say about it. October 6th, we have the Flight of the Conchords HBO special. I don't know if either of you guys are familiar with Flight of the Conchords, but they are an Australian duo who used to have the show, or maybe they're New Zealand. I think they're from New Zealand. Who used to have a show on HBO called Flight of the Conchords. It's made of Jermaine Clement. Do you know who Jermaine Clement is?
Archetype man, I'm sure I know what he looks like.
He's in all sorts of things. I don't know exactly off the top of my head. He was in something I watched recently too. But anyway, he's in it. He's great. It's like a little duo band. They're very funny. They have songs. Hip Hopopotamus and the Rhinoceros is one of their songs. Business Time was a big song that they had.
That guy. Okay.
Yeah, they're coming back for a for a special on HBO, which I'm excited about. I just found out about when I was actually making this list, so that's pretty cool. October 7th, we got Walking Dead Season 9, which is
the final one, right?
I don't think so.
They already started a new season of American Horror Story to do it for them.
What happened?
The new American Horror Story. It's an apocalypse one. It's going to be done better
than Walking Dead, probably. I mean, Walking Dead, I have not heard a good thing about Walking Dead in like 2 or 3 years. Also starting that day, we have Doctor Who Season 11, which is the one with the female doctor. I've never watched any Doctor Who, but people seem to really like that show, so good for them. And then we have Star Wars Resistance Season 1, which is, prior to it coming out, is getting kind of a negative response for the art style. But I'm sure it'll be a good show. I'm pretty sure it's being worked on from the same team that does like Clone Wars and Rebels, and those are both good shows. So I see nothing but good things coming out of that show, and hopefully it can patch up some of the holes that were left with the Last Jedi and make it feel like a better movie, or like just kind of help the series out as like a nice little addition type thing. October 14th, we have Harvey Birdman, Attorney General, which is an Adult Swim special on the character Harvey Birdman, who used to have a show, Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. And that show ended many moons ago. But they're coming back for a little special where he becomes the Attorney General under President Trump. And I'm sure it's going to be very political. And I'm sure it'll still be very funny because Harvey Birdman is fantastic.
Oh, this is funny.
October 19th, we have Daredevil Season 3 and Making a Murderer Season 2. Everyone seems to love Making a Murderer, so good for them for getting a second season. I mean, that's based off a true story, so maybe they'll figure out that the guy's not guilty. I don't remember what the outcome of last season was. I never watched it. But Daredevil Season 3, I've heard, is probably going to be good. I mean, the first 2 seasons of Daredevil were good. I'm a little behind on all those Marvel Netflix shows, so I'm not going to check it out right away, but I do have interest in it because the Daredevil shows have been my favorite of all those Marvel shows, like as a whole. I think my favorite season was the first season of Luke Cage, but as a whole, I think the Daredevil ones have been the strongest. Have you watched any of those?
I watched a little bit of Luke Cage. I watched a little bit of Daredevil, but I think Alvin's watched a few more.
Yeah, I've watched all the first season of Daredevil, and I think just the first episode of Luke Cage, and then most of Iron Fist, the first season.
Gotcha.
I
watched the first 3 episodes of Iron Fist, and I was like, this is kind of a fun show. And then like I watched like 2 more episodes, and then everybody's like, yeah, the last half of the season's just terrible. And it's just like stops being a superhero show and kind of becomes like a law case. So I didn't really want to watch that at all. And that's what's fallen me off of the whole thing, because I'm like, well, I haven't watched Iron Fist, so I can't watch Jessica Jones Season 2 or Luke Cage Season 2 or The Defenders, because they're going to mention shit that I'm not going to understand. So, or Punisher.
Hopefully that doesn't happen, because I still got to... I'm almost there for you, so I can test the waters, but like I haven't seen any type of trial situation pop up yet or anything like that.
I think I watched most of the Iron Fist, and it does turn into that a little bit, and then it
because he's trying to get the company back,
right? And he ends up. Well, see, I'll stop because I'll stop because you guys are kind of like watching and stuff. But
sorry, I mean I'm not.
It's unfair to say the whole last of the first season's that, because that's not true. But
listen, I'm like even if they were having a trial and see how that could be like all the story focuses on.
Mm-hmm. But it is weird how they're developing the story though in that show, as far as everything that I've watched. So, okay. Yeah.
And then ending out the month on October 26th, we have The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which is like a new spooky reboot of the Sabrina show, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which I think might have been a graphic novel first. I'm not entirely sure, but I've heard this one is very spoopy. And Castlevania Season 2, which Castlevania Season 1 was pretty awesome, but it was only 4 episodes. And then it's like, the end of it, I was like, oh man, this show's about to be awesome now. And then it was just like Season 2. So I'm guessing Season 2 is going to be awesome because it set it up like it was going to be awesome.
They got some budget.
We got some money.
Yeah. So The first season was cool. I mean, like the episodes were cool. It was just really short and nothing really happened. Like it was all just set up for the rest of the show. So I'm glad they were able to get set up and get enough to get a second season.
Yeah. Something on your list that I think we probably missed it by like a week, but the new South Park season.
Oh yeah, South Park started last week.
Last week, yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, but
I watched it. I'm excited for this week's. Because last week wasn't bad, but this week's like I don't know if you've seen the commercial for this week's.
I don't even know what last week's was about.
Last week was about school shootings.
Oh, okay, great.
Which I didn't know going
great.
in.
Yeah, okay, awesome.
That's pretty much how they treat it. But this week is about like I guess like Butters becomes friends with like a priest.
Oh boy.
They're like there's an episode like in the commercial they're like, so Butters is going camping with his new priest friend. It's like, should we be worried or should I buy condoms? Make a joke about it. And he's like, oh wait, is that bad? He's like, that was pretty good, but I don't know. Should we be joking about it? But it was like that was actually hilarious.
It's like right after the episode, we ended up talking about edgelords.
About what was that?
Edgelords and.
Oh yeah,
we mentioned them specifically, so.
But
they've got an inch. I don't know. They've got a weird edge.
They got a way of doing it. It's interesting because I mean, like their whole thing is like bringing light to those situations, and like like the whole like school shooting episode was like, yo, should we be so chill about this?
Like, should we do something?
Yeah, like should we like are we kind of just becoming like null to it?
Yeah, like numb to it.
Yeah, it's
kind of like it in the episode of BoJack Horseman, Thoughts and Prayers, where like they're trying to make a movie where the main character like is a gun-toting girl, and they're like all these shootings keep happening, and they're like, well, thoughts and prayers, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. But they're like, yeah. So I'm excited for the new episode. I'm like, the last one was pretty funny.
Awesome. I'll have to check it out. I think they go up on Hulu, so I should be able to watch them. I'm upset because they don't put the Sunny episodes on
Comedy Central though. I just went to ComedyCentral.com.
Oh, that works too.
It was like on the first thing on the page. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I guess I could do that, but that's more work.
All right. How about that?
But that's everything. That's October.
That's October. I hope you guys are interested in some of the things we discussed, or maybe some things we didn't discuss. But yeah, that does October. Again, we've done this before. We kind of keep changing the format and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested in like the way we host this show, just let us know. The rest
questions,
are generally
comments, concerns. You know how to reach us, and if you don't, figure it out.
We have a Discord channel, we have Instagram, we have Facebook,
Yep.
And obviously you might be watching this on YouTube. The links I leave below and everything like that, so you guys can check that out.
If you're here from my Xbox party, thanks for joining us. I'll be on to play Borderlands probably in a little bit, but I'll probably end up playing Forza anyway.
Are you going to add me on Xbox or not?
I didn't know you had an Xbox. You tossed me up.
You know I got one. I just said I'm downloading Forza.
Well, that's true. I did hear that earlier. But
Yeah,
what's your gamer tag?
Hate me. It's
text it to me.
It's Smurf MMG.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you just send one to Smurf MMG and MMG Smurf just for the in case?
Just for the in case, because I wasn't 100% sure, but
Well,
in a second here.
I'm a good 90% sure, but just in case.
You still have to add him if anything's changed.
I will.
But
well done.
one more thing. Yeah, so let us know if you guys would like to see something different in the show. We've reduced it to just games and movies and TV shows and anime because we've been kind of destroying ourselves trying to cover all the things that we've covered. So, we kind of hit time and everything like that. But let us know if you have any feedback or anything that you guys are looking to see when we have these conversations. Outside of that, that does it for me and my co-host team, Dan Estrata, Smurf. We're happy. We talked. It's been fun. It's been good. But we're out.
Bye.
Goodbye.